Hi guys, back again with another video of it. This is boy Mzansi political channel. So guys, there's been in the past week there's been ups and downs, back and forth between DA and ANC in terms of GNU. Ramaphosa fired their minister because he went to the United States. So there's this article here written by Byron Pillay. Says Helen Zille warns President Cyril Ramaphosa that he's on his second strike. SA says she must retire. SA is tired of Helen. She must retire. South Africa. Helen Zille issued a strong warning towards President Cyril Ramaphosa following Andrew Whitfield's dismissal on 26 June 2025. The DA is unhappy that the ANC ministers linked to corruption aren't fired, but Whitfield was because he didn't get permission for a trip. So insubordination is more important to Ramaphosa than corruption. This is clear. Insubordination, you need to learn. Actually, throughout my working experience, in my young working experience, I've realized that when it comes to black managers, I'm sorry out two managers. When it comes to black managers, corruption, yeah, it's a serious case, but not listening to what she's saying, what she's directing you to do. He goes busy, baba. So I know what it's happening here. Again, corruption ANC is another day, another dollar. Corruption ANC is something that's normal. So the DA is unhappy that the ANC ministers linked to corruption aren't fired, but Whitfield was because he didn't get permission for a trip. South Africans weigh in on Zille's comments, questioning whether they had the numbers to remove Ramaphosa from power. The Democratic Alliance was not making idle threats when it discussed tabling a motion of no confidence against President Cyril Ramaphosa. That was one of the takeaways from Helen's address during a Democratic Alliance press briefing on Saturday, 28 June 2025. The party called a briefing to discuss the way forward following a President Ramaphosa's decision to fire Andrew Whitfield. Whitfield, the former Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, was fired for undertaking a trip to the USA without Ramaphosa's approval. What did Zille say about Ramaphosa? During the press briefing, the DA's federal chair said that the African National Congress president should not test her. She added that while the party didn't decide to table motion of no confidence to Ramaphosa, it wasn't off the table. I like to live by the 3 strikes and you are out maxim. So this is the second big strike, and believe me, we discussed at length about a motion of no confidence in the president, she said. Zille added that by failing to take action against corruption accused ministers in the ANC, the president was proving to be not much different from them. Actually, yeah, he's not different from them. You guys, is just your guy, just white people. But the guy is not different from the ANC guys. Just corrupt guys, just like the rest of them. She added that there was no point in being in a collision with him if this was the case. You're singling him out, so you're in collision with Ramaphosa, not with the organization that Ramaphosa is leading. You guys are naive, man. So we are saying, don't test us because we are prepared to use the nuclear option, she exclaimed. What you need to know about the DA and ANC fallout: the DA gave Ramaphosa 48 hours to fire ANC ministers linked to corruption after he fired Whitfield. Ramaphosa responded to the DA ultimatum as he defended his decision to fire Whitfield. The DA opted to withdraw from the upcoming national dialogue, saying it was a waste of time. ANC spokesperson Mahlengi Bhengumutsiri said the DA needed to decide if it wants to remain in the GNU or not. Fikile Mbalula said the ANC took the DA's recent threats about collapsing the GNU very serious. So it's the news developing in the past week, these ones. How did South African react? So I'm reading what the people say. Social media users were not thrilled with Zille's comments, with many growing tired of the DA's threats to leave the GNU. Some even suggested that the party would not get the support it needed to successfully remove Ramaphosa. Rodney Bresford stated, "Hot air, there is no way that the motion would succeed. Simpson Manda suggested the elders in the DA like Tony Leon need to intervene. Zille and Distenezen are making this about themselves and throwing childish tantrums and threats every chance they get. Dissolving the GNU is not going to have devastating consequences for South Africans. They need to stop gambling with our future. Now, you guys are just worrying over nothing, man. This GNU doesn't help with nothing, Simpson. I'm telling you, man. This GNU, rather have a left government. If it collapses South Africa, it does that. So that the South African would wake up, those who busy voting for the ANC could wake up. The question is, will the motion pass? And if the motion doesn't pass, do they remain in the GNU? And if yes, I think when the motion fails, because it will fail, then the president must remove them from ministerial position. The ANC can run a minority government without a DA. All these parties should have let the ANC run a minority government. Anyway, they've sank the country for the past 8 years. They should have let them continue sinking the country. Now they helping them. Hey, I can't wait for the next election. I want to see what's going to happen. Xolani himself duly said the DA wants to destabilize this country. Paseka Makaza asked, when is she going to rest? Cindy Lee Jacob stated, whatever Helen gives it a rest. Not even your voters care. Go back to the drawing board, reset your entire political strategy, and come back with a new plan. One that doesn't chase non-whites into the arms of the opposition. They don't care. The DA doesn't care about your voters, black people. They literally don't care. Megs Manganye questioned, so she genuinely believes that everyone will automatically vote for their motion delusion. John satisfied added, Zille must retire and spend time with her grandkids. Zille says DA has the numbers to collapse GNU. Briefly News also reported that Zille warned the DA would bring the government to its knees if it wanted. The DA federal chairperson stated that the government party numbers collapsed the government of national unity. South Africans were in on Zille. I'm telling you, the DA needs to just relax. The DA needs to get out of GNU, not because now they part of on parcel of this ANC's government and ANC's failures, so they can't distance themselves from ANC failures, guys. You inherited failures, you inherited ANC failures and fails for the past 30 years. How will you oppose them when you're part of the government? When you guys are part of the government, now you're taking trips that are unauthorized. Just get out of the government. The ANC will collapse itself. People will vote the ANC out. Maybe they will vote for you. Maybe not. So guys, please subscribe, please like Buffett. I'll be back with another video.